people of the internet. um, First of all, I just want to say thank you so much to the people who follow me. It means a lot. It's been a really fun time over the past year, 2 years almost, actually. Wow. It's been super fun. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to say thank you. I also wanted to make sure that all of you knew that I have a Patreon account. And you can go follow me there and join me there for anything from $1 a month to $50 a month, depending on how generous you are feeling. I really appreciate everything that you guys do in following me and interacting with me and all of that stuff. The short stories that you've seen go up on my YouTube channel recently have been published on my Patreon for literal months before they show up here or on my blog. So if you want to be ahead of the game, if you want to know what goes into those short stories and stuff like that, or even just get even more behind-the-scenes tips on what my writing process looks like, what the journey looks like for me, and even more to the point, what everything looks like when it comes to my writing, and any other tips that I have are specifically asking me questions and getting very tailored answers to you specifically. You can do all of that on my Patreon. There's a link down below. I'll also put it right here. Alright, and now to the video. Today, I finished the plot of the first draft of book 3 of my suspense series. Woo! If you've been following me, you know that I've been writing a series. It's planned at 4 books. We'll go from there. One of the things that is in these series is a character who talks to himself and records, he records voice memos, sort of a sort, to himself. And that's the only thing I have left to do for this book, because I have to go through and I have to write those. From his perspective, so on and so forth. I have to really get into his head because it's as if he's talking. But I learned a couple summers ago, back when I was doing my internship and interviewing people, I learned that Google Docs, they have a voice-to-text option, right? And we've come pretty far in this technology. I mean, obviously, you can have Siri text for you, you can have Google text for you, you can even have Alexa probably text for you. I want to know how well I would be able to write speaking to my computer. So, I'm going to test that today. I'm going to try to write a short story or something. Just see how accurate it is and what that looks like. And I thought I would record the whole process for you guys. So we'll have the video of me talking here, and then I'm also going to screen capture, or attempt to screen capture, my document over here. So let me just start doing that, see if I can do them both at the same time. Okay, I think we're recording both at the same time, and I think if we go into voice typing, click to speak. They want to use my microphone. Allow. All right. Google, are you hearing me? Ah! Yes, we have liftoff. Ooh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Okay, so grammar off the bat is missing. That's fine. That's what we expected. Oh, they took out the filler words even. Interesting. Okay. Oh, they missed some words there too. So it's not a perfect transcription. I wonder what happens if I say enter. New line. Space, period. Oh, period worked. Okay. Return? Nope. So if I want a new line, I have to do that manually. Interesting. Okay. So, comma. here's what we're going to do. Ah. Starting now, I'm going to start dictating a story or something, I guess. We're going to see how well this goes. Oh, I'm nervous. I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't plan for this. Clearly, as I am just exploring what Google is even capable of here. But they're pretty good. They're getting all of the words surprisingly well. I'm impressed. I have to say I'm impressed. It's not great, but it's not horrible either. Like, I would take going through and copy editing, but this is actually pretty decent transcription. Especially because it does things like that and it catches what it's not doing well and what it's not doing right. Okay. Great. Gotta scroll down here. Once upon a time, there was a princess. Her name was Eleanor, and she lived in a very, very, very tall castle. Period. Eleanor did not enjoy her life. She wanted, desperately, to be able to make a difference in the world. Period. But the first step in making a difference in the world for Eleanor was to learn about the world. So that's what she decided to do. Period. Eleanor took off with her horse and a bag and one trusted friend, the knight that had raised her and taught her how to fight. Together, they ventured off into the forest, and this is a great time for conflict. So they ventured off into the forest and came to a bridge. Period. Well, hello there. Comma. Is that a voice? Period. Quotation mark. I'm your new best friend. Period. Quotation mark. And then the troll and Eleanor and the knight decided to go off on an adventure together, and that was that. That's the end of that story. I'm sorry, I can't keep going. I'm laughing really, really hard, clearly. That sometimes the quotation works and sometimes it doesn't. Period. Let's get a new line here. And I think that's actually going to stop. I think I'm going to turn off the transcription because I think we learned what we needed to learn from this. All right, so I think we learned what we needed to learn from that. I do think it would be possible for me to write these transcriptions through voice dictation. I think it would be more beneficial to me in what I'm doing in order to like if I were to just talk into the camera like this and then transcribe afterward. Simply because then you get the sounds, right? You get the sounds of this character thinking, you get the chair squeaking, you get the air conditioner humming, you get the actual pauses, because Google did really well at taking out my filler words, which is interesting. It's interesting that they do that. If you've ever wanted a free way to get a voice transcription service, obviously this is not perfect. I would not want to write an entire book this way, because verbal storytelling is very different than written storytelling. And oftentimes it takes writing it first and then memorizing it and then adapting it to your own verbal patterns and your process of speaking. But if you are looking for something like this, hopefully this is a good option for you. And I hope you enjoyed that little story about Eleanor, and I don't know, continue it on in the comments. I think that would be kind of fun. Decide what the troll's name is, and if she was successful in her quest to go learn about the world. Until next time, I'll see you then. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, check out my Patreon, follow me elsewhere at AuthorJJ.Hanna. I'm on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter. Go look for me elsewhere, join me elsewhere. I would love to have you accompany me, sign up for my email list, get those short stories that I talked about directly to your inbox. There's all of those links down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!